Hi, I'm Beck and Food's My Life. Stay tuned because in today's video I'm going to show you how to make a simple, stunning dessert, and it's coming right up. Today I'm going to make a classic creme caramel, which is not too hard to make, as you'll see. The first thing you need to do is set your oven to 140 degrees Celsius. Then I'm going to take you over to the stove and show you what comes next. First, I combine 3/4 cup of caster sugar with 1/2 cup of water in a medium saucepan on a medium heat. Keep stirring until all the sugar has dissolved. Then bring the sugar syrup to the boil, uncovered, and don't stir. What you want is your sugar syrup to become a deep caramel colour. Once it's reached that point, remove it from the heat and allow the bubbles to subside. Don't let it sit for too long, however, otherwise that sugar will start to set into toffee. Then, in an 18 to 20 centimetre cake tin, pour that sugar syrup into the bottom of the pan, slowly tilting the pan to make sure that toffee syrup is coming up the sides of the tin just slightly. Meanwhile, in a large bowl, combine 6 eggs, 1/3 a cup of caster sugar, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and whisk these ingredients together. Then, in another medium-sized pan, combine 300 ml of cream and 1 3/4 cup of full cream milk, and bring these ingredients to the boil. Next, all the while whisking that egg, slowly start to pour that cream and milk mixture into your egg mixture. It's really important that you don't stop whisking that egg, because if you don't whisk it enough at this point, later on, once your caramel has finished baking, the custard itself will be split, and we don't need that. If your arm really starts to hurt during this step, you're doing it right. Next, place your cake tin in a large baking dish or oven tray. Strain that custard mixture into the cake tin. Next, we're going to create a water bath, and we're going to pour some boiling water into that baking dish until that water reaches approximately halfway up the side of that cake tin. Then carefully take that tray and place it into your oven, baking at 140 degrees for about 45 minutes or until that custard is just set. Okay, so my creme caramel has just had 45 minutes in the oven, and I'm pretty sure it's cooked because it seems set. It's got a slight wobble to it, which is exactly what we're looking for. And all this water in the baking dish has been steaming up in the oven, adding to the cooking of this lovely baked custard. So what we need to do now is carefully remove the cake tin from the baking dish, discard that water, and then we're going to cover this creme caramel and leave it in the fridge overnight. Now, when we pop this creme caramel in the fridge overnight, all that hardened toffee that was down the bottom is going to break down and liquefy. And it's important that this happens for a couple of reasons. First of all, that lovely toffee now will become a runny caramel flavored sauce which flows over the top of the creme caramel, and it is absolutely delicious. The second reason why it's important is because that toffee, which is now a sauce, is going to help this creme caramel slide out of the cake tin when we invert it onto a plate and turn it over. So I'm going to go ahead now and pop this in the fridge, and then I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Hi again. So it's now the next day, and I'm really excited and a little bit nervous to plate up this creme caramel. Let me show you how. Okay. So, something that's really important to remember is choose a dish that has a little bit of depth to it. We don't want a flat tray because there's going to be lots of that beautiful caramel sauce and we need to collect it in our dish. So choose a dish that has a little dip to it. Now, the next thing I always do is I use a butter knife to work my way around the edge of the pan to loosen that creme caramel from the sides. This also allows all that beautiful caramel sauce to start coming up the sides and just sort of lubricate that creme caramel and allow it to turn over a lot easier. If you give your creme caramel a little bit of a twist, as you can see, it's starting to turn, so I know it's ready. And now, of course, the moment of truth. What we do is we take our dish and we pop it over the tin. We're going to very quickly invert this. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I can hear it. Let's see. Wow. Ta-da! Look at that. That beautiful, rich, golden color of that sauce is just perfect. This really is a timeless dessert, a classic. Oftentimes, if I've got extra time, I'll also make a batch of toffee and I'll do some spun sugar and I'll serve a little bit of spun sugar on top of a nice slice of creme caramel. But that's if you've got the time and you want to be a little extra fancy. What I like to do now is just scrape the sides of the tin and have a little taste and make sure that that creme caramel is tasting just right. And it is. Well, it wasn't too hard to make, was it? So how about you have a go at making this gorgeous, impressive creme caramel dessert? If you want the recipe, check out the description box below, find the link to my website. While you're at it, if you've enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, or better still, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.